Hi, it's Matt here from Go Green Autos. So here we have a Mazda MX-30 for sale. This is only about 4 months old and it is the first edition spec. I've absolutely fallen in love with this car. It's a beautiful car to drive, very high quality premium interior, absolutely loaded with technology, and if I could afford it I would certainly be keeping this and swapping it for our Hyundai Ioniq. But as these get older, certainly going to be a car I'm going to be getting myself. So as you can see, it's got the barn style or suicide doors just like a BMW i3. Interior space is quite similar to an i3. Back seats there, it does seat 3, and you do get an armrest with cup holders there. Lovely interior on this first edition one. Grey fabric there with the brown pinstripe and this sort of white creamy leather. I'm not sure whether it's real leather or synthetic, but yeah, feels really nice. And then you get this unfinished cork here, so you've got a floating console, storage compartment down there with USB and power ports, all lined with this cork. Cup holders down there which you can cover there to put your phone on or whatever if you're not storing cups. And then you've got cork on the inside of the grab handles, this sort of felt fabric, not unlike a BMW i3 actually, along the doors and door cards. But yeah, really nice place to be. This car is loaded with technology and gadgets, and for a car this price range it's quite unusual. Some of the things, it's got a heads-up display, and that's where it projects your road speed, satellite navigation, blind spot and all that stuff in front of you. You normally only see that on much more premium cars. You've got LED matrix headlights which are absolutely amazing, and that's where it's adapting the light pattern on the road so it doesn't blind other drivers, and effectively you're driving on main beam all the time and it's adapting where it puts the lights. They work incredibly well. You've got an electric driver's seat with 2 memory buttons, heated front seats with 3-way adjustment. You've got auto hold, automatic lights, automatic wipers, all the sort of normal stuff. You've got Android Auto and Apple CarPlay on the multimedia system. Parking sensors at the front and the rear of course, but you've also got a rear camera as well. This car comes with all the latest safety kit as well, including a radar at the front for adaptive cruise control. Got a camera up there with autonomous braking, some airbags including a driver's knee airbag. You have blind spot monitoring, lane keep assistance, you've got driver attention alert, smart braking, cross traffic, lane depart warning, lane keep as I said. You've also got the emergency call thing if you have an accident. You've got hill start. This is just loaded with all the stuff that you would expect to find in a modern vehicle, and actually you'd expect to find in a much more expensive car than this. What I also like is it just feels really high quality. The way these doors shut with a really nice thud, and the fit and finish of all the materials inside. It's just no sort of horrible plastics like you get in a lot of cars. It's sort of the interior quality is certainly up there with the very best, like sort of Audis and things. And this car's certainly been a bit of an eye-opener for me, and I was quite surprised on how good these are. And if you read all the reviews, the main negative about these cars is the size of the battery pack. So these have a 35.5 kilowatt hour battery pack. And yeah, they don't have a particularly large battery with particularly large range, but then of course the car is much cheaper. You know, if you want something with a bigger range, then yeah, you're not going to buy one of these, but then you're going to pay £15,000 more. You know, Konas, E-Neros, things like that have a bigger battery, but of course they're a lot more expensive car. But the majority of us do about 25 miles a day, so this will be ideal for a car where you're just doing that sort of local driving, dropping the kids off to school, going shopping, all that sort of stuff, the stuff that we all do every day. Then this car is more than capable, and if you've got a driveway and can charge overnight, then this car will do everything you really want to do. If you're completely reliant on public charging and you can't charge at home, then it's not the sort of car for you, because you're going to want something with a bigger battery and something that's got faster charging. But if you want something that's nice to drive, quite stylish, really high quality and so comfortable to drive, then yeah, you should consider one of these. So let's talk about the charging. Your charge ports are on the back here on the driver's side. You've got a Type 2 AC charging. This is a 6.6 kilowatt charger, and an overnight charge is going to take you about 5 hours. And then this does have DC rapid charging. That is a CCS port. It's got a 40 kilowatt charger, and a charge from 20% to 80% will take about 36 minutes. It has also got preconditioning and schedule charging up there on the screen, so you can schedule this to charge overnight to take advantage of a cheap rate nighttime tariff. And then if we look in the boot here, we have got our charge cables. So we've got Type 2 to Type 2 AC charger there to plug into a home wall charger or a public charging post. And then here we have got a portable charger, which allows you to charge the vehicle from a 3-pin plug. And then while we're in the boot here, we've got a decent sized boot, and underneath here you've got the puncture repair kit and a bit of additional storage down there, which you could probably squeeze those charge cables in if you didn't want to just keep them there in the boot. Seats fold flat, parcel shelf comes out, all the normal sort of stuff. So let's jump in and start it up. So you've got some nice graphics up on the screen here, digital screen with a couple of analog dials at the side. You've got another digital screen here for your heating system, but you've also got plenty of physical buttons as well, which is nice. So let's just start it up, and you can see some of the graphics. Just turn the radio off. And then you've got your multimedia screen at the top there. Very similar to a BMW, same sort of format screen that you'd have in an i3. And you've got a rotary dial here to use that screen, just like the BMW iDrive, and it works really well. It isn't touchscreen, but of course that's too far away to use it as a touchscreen, and actually this works better when you're driving. When rear passengers want to get out, because there's no pillar, it is quite easy, but the front seats also do move. So on the passenger side, where it's manual, the rear passenger has this tag here, which not only drops the seat forward, it also allows it to slide all in one go, which gives them huge amounts of space to get out. But on this model, because it's got the electric driver's seat, you've got buttons on the back there that the rear passengers can move the seat, but because it's electric it does take longer, so it's probably easier to get out on the other side, but a very nice feature. So let's talk about range, because if you read the reviews of the MX-30, that's what everyone is quite negative about. But of course, as I said, the car is cheaper because it has a smaller battery, and this isn't going to be a car that you're going to do long distances in, but of course most of us, 99% of the time, we're just potting around and doing less than 25 miles a day. Real world driving, this does between 100 and 150 miles. The average economy is only 2.9 here, because I've just been not caring about driving economy, actually just driving this recently. But I have got 4.5 out of this when I did a long distance drive. Actually I got 5, and then I did drive faster coming back and it dropped down to about 4.6. But you know, it's cold now and I've had the heating on, and you know, driving around locally I've really dropped the economy down. But of course, when you're driving locally and you're driving between, you know, commuting, work and home, where you don't worry about economy, then you don't have to worry about range, because of course you plug it in every night and charge it up and you start every day with a full battery. But I'm here at Lyford, which is over near Abingdon, and I drove this to London and back without a charge, and when I got back I still had 20 or 25 miles range, so it's more than adequate for most of our needs. Full details on the ranges on the website and what you'd expect for different types of driving. So let me just show you here the heating system. This is all touchscreen, so if I put it onto auto, I can adjust the temperature here, but I can also do it with a button. We've got seat heaters up here. We can expand that screen where we can have it larger. We can turn it off there. Everything is on the touchscreen, and it's also on buttons. So yeah, really nice system. Much better than just having it on a touchscreen alone. This is our gear selector. We're in park now. Really nice chunky feel to this. To get it into reverse, we push the button and slide it across. We've then got a very high resolution camera up there, and then down for drive, neutral and down for drive, and then up to reverse and across to park. Really feels nice. Electric handbrake. We've got auto hold as well. This is our stereo controls, volume and things, favourites button. And then this is the navigation, multimedia wheel. And up here we've got information. We can get all sorts of information from the car and the battery. We've got entertainment. This has got DAB radio, also got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Communication stuff, of course, it's got Bluetooth, as every car would. Navigation. I do like the navigation on this. It's particularly good, and of course you can do fastest, slowest, fastest, quickest, shortest, most economic, which is much better than just using Google Maps sometimes in an EV, because Google Maps will only give you the fastest route, which will often be a longer route and motorways, whereas sometimes in an EV you want to do the most economical route, which might be a bit of cross country, but therefore it's much more economic driving, and you can do longer distances without having to charge. So yeah, very nice system. And if I just press home here again and then go to settings, we've got EV settings where we can got overnight charging, schedule the charger, climate control, that's the preconditioning, so the vehicle warm the vehicle up in the morning while it's connected to your charger, your DC and AC charging. This has also got a battery heater as well, and then in-vehicle displays. So it's all quite customizable. We've got the heads-up display here, which is absolutely brilliant, and that also puts navigation on there as well. I've done a separate video on how that heads-up display works if you want to look at that. That's on the Go Green Autos YouTube channel. Sound settings, safety settings, vehicle settings, connectivity. Yeah, really easy to use, and it's a lovely place to be, and a very nice vehicle to drive. So as far as driving, this only has one drive mode. There's no eco sport modes or anything like that, but it does have very good regen, and you've got flappy paddles on the back of the steering wheel where you can increase and decrease your regen. So if I just put it into drive, it's saying regen is limited because the battery is full. So yes, we've got 2 levels going down and 2 levels going up. So in total it gives you 5 levels of regen, so you can properly coast, which a lot of cars don't have, and that's incredibly efficient. And when you have it to its maximum, then you've got proper one pedal driving. It's a really nice system, and if you want to drive this very efficiently, then you adjust the regen as you're driving depending on traffic and road speed and things like that. On the steering wheel here we've got buttons here for telephone and audio controls, and then here we've got cruise control, speed limiter, and your adaptive functions to adjust the distance from the vehicle in front. Leather steering wheel, still got that sort of noisy feel, rough feel, because it's brand new. This vehicle is only 4 months old, as I said. The steering wheel's not heated on this. But anyway, mileage. The vehicle's done 2,211 miles. So yes, as far as condition goes, which I'll go on to next, while we're inside, it's all still like brand new, of course. The seats are just lovely in this lovely mix of materials, but yeah, everything is all still as if it's just come out of the factory. And the same goes for the outside. I normally do a walk around video, but to be honest, there's nothing to show you on this. It is absolutely in mint condition. All the alloy wheels are scuff free. Tyres have obviously only done 2,000 miles. Particularly nice alloys on this. It's got the sort of shadow chrome effect. They look really good. So the only things I'm going to point out, the only thing I'm going to point out is on the front bumper. There were two little stone chips down there, as you can see, really small, and they've now got a bit of the correct paint and lacquer in there, but of course that's plastic bumper anyway. As far as the colour goes, this is a metallic paint, and it's called ceramic, but as you can see, it's basically a light grey, really nice colour. It's a very dull, overcast day today, so it's not looking its best, but yes, very modern colour, and it is a metallic. The lights on this car are also very nice as well. Being first edition, it's got different lights at the back, but at the front we've got those adaptive LED lights. As I said, they're amazing bits of tech, those are. It takes a bit to get used to initially because you're driving around on main beam all the time, and even when cars come to you, while it does change the light pattern, it doesn't actually properly dip the lights until you go into a built-up area. It takes a bit of getting used to, but it works very well. The lights down here are both the side lights and the indicators. And they're LED as well. You've got LED lights, indicators on the mirrors, and then this has got slightly different backlights, all LED, including LED indicators as well. It is also very, very comfortable, particularly on rough rural roads where I am here. We've got a lot of narrow country roads, and you end up driving in the potholes, and I have never driven a car that is so good over the potholes, apart from, you know, maybe a Land Rover Discovery or something with air suspension. But yeah, really impressive. It's got great suspension, just doesn't bottom out at all when you hit rough potholes. It just sort of glides over the rough ground, and yeah, one of the most comfortable cars I've ever driven. As you can tell, I've been completely won over by this car. I've been very surprised by it and absolutely love these. And if you can charge from home and the range is suitable, and maybe this would be a second car, then you will fall in love with them as well. It is a mightily impressive EV. So I think I've covered everything. Oh no, warranty. This car's only 4 months old. These have a 3-year 60,000 mile warranty on the vehicle and an 8-year 100,000 mile warranty on the battery pack, so obviously the majority of that still remaining, and all the other details will be on the website. So this vehicle is ready to go, so if you're interested, then give me a call or email. I can deliver this anywhere in the country, but of course it's here at Lyford if you want to come and view and have a test drive.